All right, guys, so today's gig is the Day of Champions at Camp Everwood in Sharon, Mass. And it's for a day camp for grieving kids who lost a loved one. So this is a charity event. I do it every year, and it's so great to do this. And as much as the load-in is at 7:30, it's 6:45 right now. I would wake up every single time for this one. So this is a great reminder for why I do what I do and why I keep going and keep punishing myself with these super early morning gigs after long weddings, which is crazy because the wedding I did last night, the devil almost found me with a bottle of Hennessy. He was walking around and he reached over with this big bottle of Hennessy. He goes, "Take a shot," and I'm like, "Nah, bro, I got a charity event in the morning. I can't be doing that, but I appreciate you." Y'all would have seen me doing some cha-cha slide at that wedding, but I don't know, man. This one's gonna be real good. I want to say this is the 4th year that I've done this, and it's always incredible. You see all the kids, and they're dressed up in like tie-dye shirts, and they're with their parents, and you know, everybody's raising money, and they're there for such a great cause. But you know, for 8:30 a.m. start time, I mean, the load-in is at 7:30. The start time, I believe, is like 8:30, and I think the event itself starts at 9. But it's just, you know, what they would like is to have music going while people are arriving, which I totally get it. Get them kind of pumped up before they got to do all these fun challenges. And the weather today is going to be incredible. I remember one year it was so rainy and it was just like miserable. And then there was one year too, because this is outside, they had the sprinklers on and I was unloading my car and I was like, nope. So I stopped unloading the car. I was like, somebody's got to shut these sprinklers off because there's no way. And they got a bougie sprinkler system. So that was raining in there, and I was like, nope. So we had some things. That might have been year number 1, and I think they figured that out by now. But of course, I say that, and who knows? So I'll give you guys an update later. All right, easy loadout today. I just kind of pull my car up temporarily, dump everything onto the grass. Hopefully the sprinklers don't go on. By the way, here is a short video of me realizing that I had to empty the RAV, half the RAV this morning from the wedding last night. That was miserable. But this is like a nice flat surface. It's like the flattest surface ever. I want to say they usually have me. I think usually I'm about there.
Tension, tension. When you see me pushing out the tension, realize, realize. Show me I'm saying you better realize. Tension, tension. When you see me pushing out the tension, realize, realize.
Easy. All right, so that was way too easy. So there's a guy that's usually yelling at me to not park there. But then when he finds out that I'm the DJ, he then lets me park there temporarily. So this was easy. I was expecting a little squabble because I was in the mood. I'm caffeinated. I'm going off of 3 hours of sleep. I'm ready to go. But he wasn't here yelling at me. So I'm kind of, I don't know. Why do I feel sad about that right now? All right, found parking in the parking lot. It's still like 7:25, so I got plenty of time. So we're gonna go for a little stroll here. I don't know if you can hear the birds chirping, but man, that does wonders for my mental health. I should just go on hikes more. Hike through the woods, get that fresh air. Yeah, if I had to push, imagine if I had to push my cart on this gravel. Oh my goodness, big rocks. And then this is like a hill too. I would have been like, With fundraisers, you know, I try to offer the best discount that I can, especially on like a Sunday morning. But yeah, you wouldn't catch me doing this loading. I don't even know what price I could put on that. Okay, no sprinklers on. I'm over here to the left. Damn, we got spoiled with this weather today. Alright, this grass is soaked. They had to have had the sprinklers on. The thing about this field, look at how flat that is. That's crazy. Alright, not quite at 12. I'm going to take it up to 12 o'clock. Sound test. Alright. So today I opted out of having a tent. I put in every single one of my contracts for outdoor gigs to put me up underneath the tent, but I checked the forecast. I'm like, I don't think we're going to have a problem. But there is a tent nearby if I need it, but I just like having that option in my contracts, but sometimes I don't need it. So I'm gonna unplug my microphone in 3, 2, 1. Here's the iPhone audio. That's at 12 o'clock. Background music. I'm not walking all the way to those soccer goals. There's no way. Or that. But I'm gonna turn it up a little bit more. But it's still 750, so I don't even know the sound ordinance over here. But I presume I'm not supposed to have it at a certain decibel till 8 a.m. So I'm gonna keep it down. I need to get a little bit of a tan today too, so it's the other reason why I opted out of no tents. Pretty cool. Alright, so they decided to give some upgrades to the DJ booth. Let me pan this around for you guys. I said I like it. I'll take it.
I've been planning events for experience camps for a really long time. Both of my parents lost a parent at a young age. My dad was 10 when his dad died, and my mom was 20 when her mom died. It's something that I can't imagine, but having an organization like this to support you in that is just something that I think is super invaluable. So in 2024, we got together and we decided to bring Day of Champions to Boston because we thought that this community would be incredible for that. My sister had started the event in Westport, Connecticut, and they are now, I think, in their 7th or 8th year doing it. And they do one in Boca, one in New Jersey. So it's really widespread and you're a part of something very big. So you should be excited about that. Okay, I want to start by thanking our sponsors for everything they've done to make our event successful. We're so grateful. Camp Eastwood is our presenting sponsor this year, which is very exciting. If you want to know more about it, we have information up here and we can tell you about it. Special thank you to our event sponsors, the Dewey Rosenfield Foundation, Chestnut Dental, and the Newton Neuropsychology Group. Thank you to Tied with Love for helping us tie-dye all these t-shirts. They look extra good this year, I think. DJ Joey for keeping us all moving and dancing. Woo woo! And of course, Sly Photography for getting all the amazing pictures of this wonderful day that we can then use to post all over our Instagram and all the good things. Thank you to our food and beverage sponsors, Merrill Lynch for our pizza. She's Board and Sample It have all provided food, water, and snacks for the day. And last but not least, I want to thank Everwood. I don't even know where Dane is. He's somewhere. Dane, who owns Everwood, and his wife, Jamie. Thank you so much for having us. We're so grateful for your generosity. When Everwood agreed to host us back in 2024, we had no idea how magical this place would be. And we knew that Everwood would be the perfect location and only place to hold this event. Next, we want to thank all of our captains. There's so much work that goes into making today happen, and it's in large part due to your dedication and determination and passion and spirit. You guys get so into it, and we couldn't be more grateful. It's a huge commitment, and we have 10 new captains this year, which is amazing. So thank you to our new captains for getting so into it. And to our old captains who just come back year after year. You guys are vets at this point, and we're just so grateful because you know what it takes and you come back year after year. I want to say a special thank you to this incredible Day of Champions committee. We worked for months to bring this event to life, and you guys all just crushed it, and I'm truly grateful, and we really couldn't have done it without you. So for the amazing committee, thank you to our volunteers. Without you, we couldn't run this event, and we're so grateful that you generously donate your time to help make Day of Champions what it is. And most importantly, all of you guys. This year, we've raised almost $175,000 for experience camps. Yeah. $175,000 funds an entire camp for a summer and all of their programming. We did that. Not only have we raised an insane amount of money, but you've all come together in the most incredible way to make this event what it is. In the last few weeks, you've all mobilized and set up lemonade stands, bake sales, soccer field stands, workout classes, science parties, bracelet parties, pickleball tournaments, which I was the champion of. Just wanted to throw that out there. Flower parties, mahjong tournaments, and so much more to get everyone excited and raise money in the final stretch. It was so incredible, and we're so grateful. The buzz in the community is just something I hoped for when I first decided to bring this to Needham and the surrounding areas, but you've all gone above and beyond and surpassed that hope. Today, we're lucky enough to have an experienced camper here to tell us her story and about what this organization has meant to her. So please help me in welcoming Cameron and her dad, Josh.
Hi, my name is Cameron Rose, and I want to talk about my experience at Experience Camp. So it's just like a normal day of camp, but then for about an hour once a day, you go into our bunks with a grief specialist, and they make fun activities for us to do. And last year I had one of my best activities that they made for us. We got a little disc of a tree that fell down, and we wrote something special about our person on it, and we went into the woods and nailed it to the tree to stay there for years to come. And I put mine facing the lake because my mom loved going to the beach. And then I also love, because I've been to Experience Camp, this will be my 9th summer, I love welcoming all the new people and being able to mentor all the little kids who come. And thank you all for coming.
Alright, a little bit of gig anxiety here, where I didn't realize it's starting to get hot out here. I checked the weather app, it says 75. I said, we're gonna be good if it's 75 degrees. I was like, oh yeah, we're fine. But it's starting to feel like 85 and my laptop could overheat. In which case, my backup plan is little RCA. It's a USB-C. I'm gonna plug in an iPhone and hopefully it works. I've never tested it, but it saved my ass last night. Should do it again today. Alright, so music is playing, but this thing is frozen. I think it's about to shut down. I think it's the heat finally getting to it. Let's see how long I... Alright guys, so I just made it home from a successful day of champions. Man, that event was so much fun. It was more fun this year than I think any other years past because of how perfect this weather was. But there was a point in that gig where I was like, it is way too hot for this time based on what my weather app was telling me. So I was starting to get in panic mode come 10:30 a.m. when it was like 83 degrees. I was like, yo, the sun is beaming on this. And this is exactly why I put in my contracts, like, I need water and sunproof shade because my laptop could overheat. And it did, but it wasn't until maybe 5 minutes before the event ended. So I was like, okay, we can get through this. So the item that is essential at this point is the RCA to USB-C. And that got bumped from the bottom of my bag to my essential cable bag. So I used to run RCA to an iPhone with the dongle years ago. And then I stopped doing that because with streaming and with Serato 4.0 was actually what it's supposed to be, then I wouldn't have to worry about crashes and I could just stream everything. Not like I would want to because I'm not lazy and I would just download the MP3s like you should. Yeah, anyways, so 5 minutes before the gig ends, the laptop shuts down and I'm like, oh boy. But I had the iPhone to fall back on. I pulled that out and the microphone was still working, the iPhone was still working. And what I was gonna do was make another gig vlog with that $500 MacBook, and I was gonna have that as the main MacBook, and then my main laptop right now, my main MacBook, I was gonna have that as my backup and run 2 MacBooks in one night. But I'm cheap, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna use my iPhone for a temporary 30-second reboot. But I still might make that video in a gig vlog because there was a lot of hype about that $500 MacBook that Apple released, and I'm certain I could at least DJ a 3-hour event off that stupid thing. But I'm not gonna pay $500 if I have an iPhone already and an RCA cable that costs $12. So, all right, I grabbed my pizza. I'm gonna go devour this thing because I'm starving and I'm tired. My sleep paralysis demon got choked out by the caffeine this morning. And then now we're in a full circle moment where my sleep paralysis demon is waking back up.